What though, Shaggers? How are we? We're back. Game week 8 done. Video, hopefully nice and early for you guys. Recording time's 4 o'clock, 4:30 or something like that. And the video's gonna come straight up on when I'm done. So hopefully, we can throw it up whilst you're eating dinner, whilst you're cooking, whilst you're chatting. But if I'm looking here, like if I'm looking this way, this way. It's because I've got the other screen here, and then I've got the laptop recording. So I've got to make sure if I'm looking here, I'm talking to you. If I'm looking there, I'm looking at the team and the situation. But I hope you all had a great weekend, whatever you've got up to. Football's back, thank goodness. Very thankful. And we're heading into, the hectic, well, preparing to head into the hectic part of the season, once Christmas time starts to run around or come around, sorry, that's when all the midweek games and all that in the EPL ramp up. But we've got the Champions League games at the moment. We've got a Saturday morning game this weekend, so make sure your team is ready for well Friday night. They're ready. I think is it Leeds versus West Ham in the morning, even though West Ham had the last game of this game week. But yeah, let's just get into it. A result for me that's personally not too happy with, but I'll get into it. And I made a couple of different changes, well, a different change than I said my team was going to look like on the Friday. But we scored 109. We are 800th overall. I've lost 250 in my rankings. My week 8 rank is 9,500, top 21%. Not too happy with that. Uh, but yeah, it is what it is. And we'll figure it out. We'll get into it. Won one of my leagues this week, 32 trades left. I need to ease up on the trades, and that is pretty much what we're going to head into, really. Uh, don't want to show you my team already, you know what I mean? But the team for me in the past week feels very zoomed in today, doesn't it? I don't know what's going on there. But Cucurella, as you can see, Minta, Truffaut, Saliba, Kudus, Vicario, Van Dijk, Salah, uh, Haaland, Reinders, Fernandez, Palmer, Trafford, Grealish, Dorbu. So I think I originally had Raya. Raya? Yes, I think in the game week preview, I had Raya. Um, but I went to go with Vicario and he got me a solid 0 points because I decided to go to Minter instead. So if you're watching last week's preview, you saw me wrap my head around Minter live as it happened. I thought about it and I ended up going with it. So yeah, it's a bit of a situation that I changed. Minter is, I forgot. I've got to bloody pay I forgot to pay for it. Spastic. But Minter has only scored one goal this season so far, and that's his points, like returns. He's that's 8 points this week base stat. He's performing pretty well, and he's only picked by 1.6% of teams. Something that I want to attack at the moment with having maybe someone who's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to go with the Arsenal players as a whole. I'll show you now. I've made two changes. Just you know how I do. Start of every week, I suss out my team, see what I think with the changes. And the 32 trades includes the two trades that I've already made, like having a look at my team. Uh, Yankubu Minta, he played really well, I thought. He had a couple of chances early in the first half. Probably should have done a bit better in return for us. That's possibly where he struggles with the efficiency in front of goal or the assists. I'm not. Well, look, I've scored 109 and I've had two players score zero this week, Truffaut and Vicario. They're just two decisions that I pretty much had to make this week without, with improving my team, but not at a heavy cost, if I should say. But yeah, that's my team for the last week. Haaland did well. Reinders got substituted on the 59th minute, 55th minute, whatever it was, and that was just a pain in the bum. Fernandez returned with an assist, and yeah, overall, you can check the overall leaders. We've got Geordie still in front, and he's ahead by 21 points, and then there's a bit of a gap between everyone else. So Geordie's doing really well. Um, it's a big gap. Like I'm 140 points behind him now. So look, it is what it is. It's not too far back. Tom's in the chat as well in the Discord. He's doing well. He's 11th, tied. Yeah, tied 11th. But yeah, there's a couple of boys that are doing quite well in the Discord. So the Shaggers League, as you can see there, to overall rank. We've got Jordan first, we've got Tom 11th, Matt 46th, Lockie 85th, Martin 101. So our top five people are pretty much in the top 100, which is fantastic. And then it drops off a little bit to Nick, Riley, and myself. I've lost 250 this week, poor week. Everyone did pretty well except for me. And yeah, not happy with it. Not happy with it. But let's check out the peoples and the scorers of the week. Alrighty. So we've got Reece James scoring 33, Achampong 26, Pedro Neto 23. Achampong with a goal and a clean sheet. Reece James with a goal and an assist and a clean sheet with 33. Neto with a goal and assist. Cucurella with a clean sheet and a couple of good base points there. Sanchez scored 11 and he is worth 3.8 mil. He will go up in price quite well in the next week. Someone that I personally am considering, but I've gone with someone else for now. And it's not Raya. And if you saw it in the start of the video, he's there. I'll get into it when I'm done. Chelsea, Nottingham Forest looked. I'm going to be honest with you. Nottingham Forest probably should have scored a couple of goals in the first half. They looked great. Ange got the sack. What else? Yeah, Nottingham Forest were unlucky. They just can't score, and it's not Ange's fault. But he's got the sack, and you move on pretty much. But we'll see what happens with Nottingham Forest. But there were signs there; they are alive still. This is a game that I was pretty much focused on. Minter returned an eight. I watched Man City. Well, I had Man City on TV and this game on my phone. I was watching both of them at the same time. Minter first half, mate. He should have had 30 points in the first half, but he didn't. Danny Welbeck, nice goal. Ruta with a nice assist. Voltamata with a very classy goal. Then Hecker, did he get an assist? What do you mean? I don't remember him getting the assist or something. Van Hecker, no. 11 in base points, like in base stats. Accurate crosses, tackles, clearances, block shots, interceptions, and so. Jeez, it's not a bad performance by him. I don't remember him being that great. He had a couple of block shots late, but not sure. But yeah, that was that game. That was a good game. Newcastle don't look as likely as I thought, but they win the game. Brighton and Newcastle. Oh, what can I say? The game was very open. It was a entertaining game to watch. I love watching Brighton games. When teams attack Brighton, it's fantastic football as a neutral. Love it. And they're the type of games I like to target Brighton games with goals. Hence why I like Minter. I think Brighton sucks defensively, and they're always either conceding and chasing the game, or they're in front and they've always that threat that they're going to concede, and it's just always an attacking game. I love Brighton from a fantasy perspective. Hence why I've gone with Minter. I don't like Matoma's out. I don't like Welbeck and whatnot. Like it's very inconsistent up there, but Minter is just he's proving to be a great player, like a great fantasy player. He needs to be more efficient. If he was more efficient, he'd be probably $16 million now. Burnley, Walker with an assist to Ugachukwu for the cross. Beautiful cross. Nice header. Leeds, Longstaff is on set pieces still. We've gotten rid of Stack and he scored three, so it ended up being a better decision to not play Stack and trade him out from Inter. Uh, Players like Dubravka, nice clean sheet. You know, they've done well to defence. Burnley. Leeds were pretty good. Just couldn't, like, they were all right. Aronson should have buried one in the first half. I don't know. It's Leeds at home is a good fixture. Leeds away they're not crash hot. I can tell you that right now. This game was fantastic. I watched this afterwards on Sunday, and what a bloody game this was, goals wise. Crippi with a double, Christie with a goal, Tavernier with an assist. Munoz, he got an assist. He conceded three, still scores 14. Mateta hat trick. Pretty much everyone else, yeah, Diakite, like they've conceded three, so they've minus four. So you're minus four on everyone here, pretty much, and on the defense and midfielders, sorry, but that's about it. Like, well, mid defense, I think. I don't think midfielders count. But great game, entertaining, really enjoyed it. Man City versus Everton. Man City looking a lot better than what I said at the start of the season. They looked very slow, very lethargic, but yeah, I'm not too sure. I think I want to get ahead of the curve, and I think I want to target some Man City players. I think Man City will go well. That's a sneak peek into later on. Grealish back this week for Everton. Everton still looked quite likely. I think Beto should have scored in the first half. They weren't too poor, honestly. They just couldn't score. Um, yeah, and Man City starting to get players back like Cherky, like Kovacic. That is a little bit of a problem for Reinders. That's something we have to monitor, in my opinion. I think Pep Roulette's kind of getting back because we were a bit lucky with Pep Roulette with the injuries. Now people are coming back, so we need to monitor that. However, that person I just showed you should be safe. So should Haaland for now, but I know Haaland can't play every game. Sunderland Wolves, Mukwali, Hume, Ballard, Wolves, Alderate, Zaka, Lefay. Mukwali scored a nice goal, nice team goal. The assist came from Hume, I think it was. I believe so. And then who scored the other one? It was an own goal, wasn't it? Yeah, I believe it was. It was an own goal. Hume got the assist there. Yeah. So the other one was an own goal. Everyone else pretty much. Ballard clean sheet. Ballard's not. Ballard is for Sunderland. He is like the Timu version of Gabriel. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind if you're struggling. I'm not struggling. If Ballard dropped in price back lower to what he started at, he's not a not bad option for that fifth defender. Honestly, he really isn't. And you can play him when they play the poor teams because he's a goal threat. Watching him, like he wins everything. He's like what 6'5", but he wins everything. The guy's athletic, gets up, bang, header. Like he does what he needs to do. He's phenomenal. Like and as a set piece man, like he goes and he's lethal. Like he's very, very good. I wouldn't look past him. I think he's a great option for that fifth defender or a fourth defender, depending on what you're playing. If you're playing two at the back for the rest of the season, like if once your team gets to where you want it to be, he might be that fourth defender and have a VC loop as your fifth option. With your keeper VC loop, because I think I'm a bit of a believer of having two VC loops towards the back end of the season and one of them having to be a defender because you don't want to waste a midfield or an attacking spot. Defender you can. I just think you want two chances of having that week to week relying on one VC. Like for me, for example, my VC at the moment is Trafford. Trafford is a little bit annoying because he's in the same team as Haaland. Maybe I want to VC Haaland if he plays early in the week and captain someone else later. Like and have that option of, I don't want to. At the moment, as it stands, if I'd have to VC Haaland and sub someone else out pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, or just VC Haaland and then yeah, trade in someone else later who or in the middle of the game week that isn't going to play. And then my captain, you say Salah. Say Haaland played on the Saturday night and Salah Monday morning. I at the moment would have to captain Haaland because I don't have any other VC option because he plays in the same team as Haaland, Trafford. So it's a bit here you go. Gabriel, I like. Okay, I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to say this once in this one video, and I'm not going to go back to it again. Gabriel, on behalf of everyone that doesn't own you, can you fuck off, brother? How many attacking contributions can you get from CB? From centre back, how many returns do you want? I've had enough. This morning, the Champions League game, what do you have? A goal and an assist. Arsenal play the ugliest brand of football you will ever see. That's why this guy is getting so many points because they attack the set pieces, they attack all the crosses. It's phenomenally boring. Saka scored 11 points base stats as a right winger. Phenomenal. Scored more points than people having a clean sheet. David Raya. Okay, I wanted to get into this. Well, I was contemplating bringing in Raya just because of their clean sheets and whatnot. They've got a great defense. There's nothing. I'm not going to say, oh, they're shit. They're blah blah blah. The problem is if Raya is they don't concede a lot of shots on target. Arsenal. If he concedes a goal, he's not really going to get any points. Like clean sheet, clean sheet, clean sheet, clean sheet, clean sheet. 4, 4, and 5. 2 points come from playing. You can see his clean sheets. He's made goalkeeper saves, 7 against Man U. He's made 2 against Liverpool, 1, 2, 2, none in the last 2 games. Hence why he's gotten 10. He's got nothing there. There's nothing else. He's literally 2 clean sheet and a couple saves prior. That Man U game, they got hammered. I can't believe they didn't concede. I'm going to be honest with you. Can't believe they didn't concede. But in the last 2 game weeks, he's conceded no shots on target, no saves to make. So I've gone against him. And I'm hoping on Arsenal's downfall because I think a lot of people have gone with them in defence. They've either gone Saliba, they've either got 3 defenders, including like the keeper, or they've got 2. They've got Gabriel and Raya. I've got Saliba, just so I've got 1, just in case. And I'm hoping the tides turn a little bit and Saliba starts getting onto the end of the headers, onto the end of the crosses. So Fulham should have scored in the first half. They had a number of chances, especially Harry Wilson. He was pretty good. I love Kevin. Kevin, this guy's pretty like he's handy. He's worth nothing, but I don't mind him. He's a great little player. Keep an eye out for Kevin in the next couple of weeks. Tottenham Aston Villa. I don't even want to talk about Aston Villa, mate. Where is he? Where is he? 1 point. The king. The king. Ollie Watkins. You're the man. What's he at now? 5'9". Wow. You're a great player. Great player. Anyways, Tottenham went up early and then decided to play like Tottenham of old. They weren't good. Aston Villa deserved the win. They did well. Nice goal. The Buendia goal. Very nice goal. Yeah, nothing really else to talk about in this game. These guys are just, look, these guys, these 3, killing it at the start of the year. And as I said, we targeted them. Even this guy, we targeted them at the start of the year, and now they're going poor, just like we thought. All right, I got this prediction, Rob. I thought we'd bounce back, and I thought we'd have a good game, but we didn't. We were shocking. We are so bad at the moment. It's not even funny. Uh, A lot of changes coming in and out of his team. This guy needs to be dropped. Fuck hell. Excuse me. I felt like fucking my brain was coming out my nose there. He needs to be dropped. Robbo needs to come back in. Yeah, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from him. He's just not. My problem with Kirkez is his best asset is going forward, and Liverpool don't even allow like Slot's not allowing him to go forward. It's more so Bradley or Frimpong because he doesn't want to let both of them go. Um, so yeah, he looks vulnerable defensively. He makes up for it with his sheer determination and pace sometimes, but he's not been good. This guy's been poor too. Don't like it. He's been great for us. Probably best player of the season so far. He hit the post 3 times if you want to include the one that deflected and went onto the post. If you want to include that. Um, and Bueno finally got a goal. He is still on my radar. Great price. We'll see what happens with him. The thing is with United, and I predicted that they will turn it around at some point this season, and I've said that they're going to do well, and I think they'll go really well this season. Like going really well, but I mean like top 8. I just thought this was a game that we were going to bounce back after international break and just absolutely smash them. So I'm disappointed. Poor game from us. Very poor. Dorgu got 5 off the bench, which is nice to see. But yeah, poor game by us. Good game for a Man U fan. Brentford, you got Tiago, nice little return. What's he up now? 9 mil. He's gone up 6 mil. 6 mil. And he'll only keep going up now because a nice little 17, which is a nice little break even to come. Who have they got the next couple of weeks? Good old Brentford. You got Liverpool, Palace, Newcastle, Brighton, Burnley, Aston Villa. I mean, Arsenal and Tottenham. Poor. So expect him to drop. Duke didn't start for owners who still have him. I've traded him out for Cucurella, and I think that was the biggest transfer last week. Bowen, that's an option for me that I was considering, still am. And yeah, it was West Ham are poor. Brentford are just better. Like they are just better. They've been playing better. They've done a lot better. So I don't know. Let's just see how we go. But anyways, that was it. I'd love to. What I want to do is I want to do a thing where I go back to my predictions from last week and then like you know, oh yeah, I was pretty spot on with that, or I was pretty shit. You know what I mean? But my team for this next week, as it stands with my early transfers, you know what I mean. I've got Donnarumma in goals. Shit. I've got Donnarumma in goals. Sorry, boys and girls. Um, I just think, hear me out. I don't want to go Raya, and if I'm getting on early with Man City, this could work out well. I don't want to go full on Arsenal, right, in defense. Because as I said, I feel like they don't really offer too much. They do, but the price is a bit crazy now for Gabriel. If you've got Gabriel, good on you. You've done well. You can hold him. I've gone Saliba, the cheaper option. That run of fixtures is pretty good. I want to set and forget my goalkeeper for a while. I don't want to go to Raya for the next couple weeks, let's say 6 weeks, and then have to change him. Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Liverpool. They're the toughest 3 games coming up. Newcastle, Leeds, Fulham, Sunderland, Palace, West Ham, Forest, Sunderland, Chelsea, Brighton, Man U, Wolves, Tottenham, Liverpool, Fulham, Newcastle, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Palace, Chelsea, Arsenal. You can hold this fella to like week 31. That's why I'm bringing him in because I don't want to touch my team goalkeeper for a while. I don't care. This is I'm at the point where I need to make these transfers that are going to stay in this team for a while. In my head at the moment, I've got Cucurella, he's going to be there a little while. Van Dijk is a season hold. Saliba could be season hold. I'm a little bit upset with Van Dijk because we look shit defensively. Like honestly, we look terrible. Truffeur, we'll see what happens with Truffeur. I'm okay to lose a bit of money from him at the moment, but they've got decent fixtures still. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Minta, Fernandez, Grealish, Reinders. The one I'm most worried about at the moment is Reinders. I'm not worried about Grealish. I've been telling you guys for weeks now. I think Grealish is just a hold all season. And he is. Like, he's got that Man City fixture out the way now. I think he's just going to be, at worst, a 6-7 player, whatever the hell that is. I keep seeing that on TikTok. I'm too old for that shit. He's the main guy for Everton, and that's the thing. You want the main guy in every team. Like in your fantasy, you want the main guy. And Grealish for me is the main guy for Everton, and you've got to stick with him. I think if you're going to stick with Grealish, you're better off. There's no point going to a Caicedo. There's no point going to a Enzo for the next couple of weeks because I was about to point to my screen, like my laptop. This guy's coming back. He's 5 game weeks away. And I've said to you already, I'm comfortable with that team. That team. I'm okay with that team to hold him because I don't want to waste 2 transfers to take him out and bring him back in. I don't care. I'm still going to sit on him. If he comes back in 5 game weeks, that's 2 game weeks it takes for me to bring him out and in. So then I've got 3 left. Why not hold him? Transfers are the most important thing. Now I'm at that stage where I can just go, okay, I'm looking at him, I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at these two pretty much as the only question marks. I think he leaves my team because of break evens and whatnot soon, and I want to bring in someone that I can set and forget because I don't want to have a Tottenham forward. I want to have someone who's there that's just going to hopefully set pieces, or like set pieces, corners, free kicks, penalties, more than likely. Like I'm hoping, but we'll see. I could even contemplate going. This is rogue. I'm contemplating Isak because once Salah goes, he's the penalty taker. He's got Afcon. Don't forget that. And him and Ekitike, well, even Ekitike has been Liverpool's best player so far this year with Szoboszlai. Ekitike looks better than Isak this season so far. So I don't know, but that's the situation I'm in. I'm looking at now. We're not 8 weeks in. I'm not too fussed on my rank. My personal problem is I probably won't catch Geordie because he knows everything that I'm doing. You prick. But to everyone else, I think we can look at now, okay, we've got enough money, we've got enough funds in the account that we can go, time to save trades. And I've been talking about that for the last couple of weeks. Time to save our trades and start rotating the squad. Like we all should have a pretty strong squad now, by now for sure. Um, so yeah, I don't think anyone should be overreacting. Stop chasing points specifically. Like don't chase last week's points. Keep thinking about what's coming up. Who's the set and forget people in your squad? Like, just don't take it. You got to take it game by game. But the only real thing you need to worry about is injuries. After that, once you get your team to a certain position, I don't think you should be worried about anything like transfers and whatnot. The next problem we have is international break or African Cup of Nations. That's when we should be looking at, okay, what do we do now? And then we start preparing to understand and learn about the double game weeks and whatnot. Because after Christmas, that's when things start to change a little bit and you start to know a little bit about double game weeks and whatnot, or blank game weeks. Like, we're a long way away from it, but we're already up to game week 9. So we're not really that, we're 20 game weeks away. So we're already like a quarter away through the season nearly, and we'll figure it all out. But that'll do for now. I think that'll do for today, and we'll come back to it Friday. As I say, always, everyone join the Discord. I think we had 3 or 4 more boys join this week, and I'm pretty sure they can vouch for the all the conversations that go on there. And it's good. It's good. Everyone's helping each other out. I need a personal goal was to crack back into the top 500 this week. I think I've got a team that'll slowly grind its way up and figure it all out. To be honest, so I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks. Like I said, early game Saturday, as you can see, you can't on my screen. Oh wait, early game week, 2 days, 12 hours, 57 minutes. Early Saturday morning game, West Ham Leeds. Make sure your team's done then, and yeah, I guess that's us on this beautiful Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Is it Wednesday or Tuesday? It's Wednesday because there was a game Tuesday. I'll catch you in a couple of days, boys and girls.